All right, the LA Chargers just get a flurry of good news after such a huge victory. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers. We started it because of Jim Harbaugh, and then we just kind of gotten into it. And so it's a great place if you're a Charger fan to get kind of an outsider's perspective into your team. And let me know in the comments after that victory, it's like, who do you just really appreciate on the Chargers team? I love Hassan Haskins getting in there, getting a long touchdown. That was awesome. He's a Michigan legend, and just to see him, I honestly didn't even know he was in the league. I didn't know where, I had no idea. But let me know in the comments who you're just like, man, I love watching this player, because we'll show you in this video. That's part of the good news. You really don't have, especially offensively, any like premier players, and yet you're still winning. So that's good news. Number one, we'll get right into it, is you look at the PFF grades, look at the interior offensive line and how they ranked. PFF graded them brutally. And you're asking, well, why is that good news? And we'll get to a couple other things here in just a second about how Justin Herbert made Ryan Fitzpatrick just look like an idiot, which I love. But here's why this is good news. They did not play well, and yet you were able to put up the points that you did, keep the pressure on, always kind of keep coming at the Broncos. And look at this. So your interior offensive line not playing good. You got good tackles. You have Ladd McConkey, and then outside of that, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, is our running game going to do anything? Oh, there's Hassan Haskins, right? So this is good news if you're a Chargers fan. It's like, okay, you know what? I kind of wondered if our interior offensive line wasn't that good. It's not. But yet we still put up the points that we did. This is crazy. So I think that's what you have to be excited about. Number two, Jim Harbaugh comes out and praises Greg Roman for calling a heck of a game. The Chargers score 34 points total. Greg Roman called a heck of a game, Jim Harbaugh said, and he said, our offensive line did a great job of staying the course, which I think is a great way to say it. Like, just hang in there. We're really not playing well. Justin Herbert, luckily, has got his arm and his leg. Football is about evolving, and there's no saying Roman can't evolve. While he has mostly been the same guy this year, coaching Herbert may change his mindset and introduce new wrinkles to the offense next season and beyond. Exactly. Greg Roman, when he was hired, was kind of like, okay. It's not like this young, innovative mind, play caller, just whiz kid. So you're like, okay, I don't know. And it's just been kind of stagnant most of the season. And then all of a sudden, boom, you see just right. Maybe there's some wrinkles. Maybe there's some things. Justin Herbert, I mean, Justin Herbert is way closer to Josh Allen, right, than he is Jared Goff. Use his legs, make him move. Let's do some things. Now, I know he's been injured, and that's been part of the problem, but that's good news. Number three is that you saw a healthy Justin Herbert, as healthy as he's been. And it's like, okay, if Justin Herbert's healthy, we can do anything. It doesn't matter if our offensive line can't play. It doesn't matter if we don't have any players on the outside of Ladd McConkey. It doesn't matter. Justin Herbert is insane. That's the next good news. And that's what it was Ryan Fitzpatrick was on his podcast, and he's just talking about how he's like, I'm really not sure what Justin Herbert is. I don't know what, just kind of went on and on about, I'm not sure. He's a social media quarterback, looks good with this plays, those plays. So what did Justin Herbert do? 23 of 30, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, ran crucial scrambles, and Justin Herbert proves the doubters wrong again. Yeah, he called him a social media quarterback and actually favored Tua over Justin Herbert, which, just doing this, I guess, and like, I'm not on Amazon, or I'm not on ESPN. But what we like to do, though, is like, let's not just be idiots, though, when we're giving opinions. And I think some of these guys, they just talk so much that sometimes you just say things that are like, you don't really mean that, but you got to say something. You feel like you got to come in there a little hot sometimes. So when you say Tua is better than Justin Herbert, or I think I prefer Tua over Justin Herbert, that's just we all know that's just talk to talk. And look, that's what it does, right? So I'm responding to it. There's an article written about it. That's why people do it, because it just gets a reaction. I'm reacting to it. On this channel, let's just not be like totally dumb like that ever. And let's just kind of say how it is. So Justin Herbert is better than Tua. There, said it. So easy. But I love that Justin Herbert immediately takes care of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick also said Jared Goff was he's a poor man's Matt Ryan. Not the worst thing you could say. Who knows? Jared Goff goes off in that game, sits up at the booth there after the game and is like, just calls him right out on it. So I love it. I'm a Ryan Fitzpatrick fan. He's an underdog. Actually played pretty well. Bounced around the league a little bit. Beat Tom Brady a few times. I love it. But overall, it's like, Ryan Fitzpatrick, you know your lane. Justin Herbert is all-world spectacular. You were just a middle-of-the-road quarterback, solid. Had to. If you were starting for us, you'd be like, okay, we got a chance, but it's not like you're not pumped about it by any means. So if you look at it again, Chargers are winning without an offensive line, but they've got a star quarterback that's healthy. You've got Greg Roman who's starting to evolve as a play caller and seeing things. You've got Justin Herbert taking care of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Here's the other good news that I love is we talked about it a lot on this channel. You look at your schedule, and we knew just on a high level, this kind of run here of Arizona, New Orleans, Cleveland, Tennessee, Cincinnati. We're like, you got to win those. You did. Then look, Baltimore, Atlanta, Kansas City, some tough games in here. Little tough stretch, but you come out and get this huge victory. That's what's so cool about football. You're going to have some hard losses, but you got opportunities constantly to rebound, and you rebound right here. Now, here's the good news. 2 games remaining, and boy, they couldn't be easier. It's the NFL, who knows? But I mean, Vegas, we know, it's a rival. They could get super weird, find some magic juice at the end. But I mean, if we're being just real serious, if I had to handpick 2 teams to play, these would be the 2 teams. That's great news, because I think you can manage, because you're in the playoffs, all but in the playoffs. So it's like, okay, let's just manage these last 2 games. Injuries are a thing. It's late in the season. Let's be smart. So I love to see another good news. You've made it through your gauntlet, relatively healthy, 2 more games against easy teams that you can manage. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We talk all about the Chargers. If you're a Chargers fan, you got to subscribe. You just hit it, and it lights up. It like sparkles when you hit the subscribe button. And we'll see all of you on the next one.